Bungie is so desperate and it's really showing, man. Like, remember the live update they just did? Like, did you guys notice how literally nobody cares? I don't know if they've actually done this before. Like, an update that's before the actual weekly reset on Tuesday. For me personally, this is the first time I've seen it. So, it really shows you how desperate they are, which is understandable. Because the community is literally falling apart right in front of their eyes. Their player counts are dropping to like 10,000 or something, which is something I have also never seen before. But they updated the power grind to give us more power, you know, make it a little bit faster. And I can't tell you enough how literally nobody cares. Like, I am serious when I say that. I definitely do think a big part of that is the, you know, disastrous launch of Ash and Iron, which not only were there a bunch of bugs, it was just literally a bad update. Like, Ash and Iron was literally full of lies, and one of them was the armor sets, which I'm sure most of you already know what it is. If you don't know what happened with the armor sets, basically there was concept art of a new armor set that was coming to the game, specifically for Iron Banner. And even Bungie themselves in a tweet said, hey, there's a very new cool armor set coming for Iron Banner. Guess what they did? They removed the Iron Banner logos from that armor set, and boom, they just started releasing it in Eververse. So we never got that armor set, and guess what? Even worse.
What?
They said we were getting a new cool armor set, and we are getting a repriced armor set from 2018. So that is just a blatant lie, and guess what? Another blatant lie. We're not done yet. The activity I'm playing right now, they said Reclaim is an activity like you've never seen before. They were hyping this up so much, bro. When I tell you they were hyping it up so much, I was very excited to actually play this, but then it released and I was playing through it, right? And I was like, what is so different about this except for, you know, the plague lens, which this is obviously like the plague lens without the plague. For example, you got the desaturated Siva over here. This is the plague lens over here, but enough jokes because they're not even funny, okay? But you know what could be funny? The fact that y'all could like and subscribe if you really enjoy a wide variety of games, and if you want to help me reach 1,000 subscribers. So I really appreciate all of you for watching, man. Thank you. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep going. But they hyped this up so much, I really believed that this was gonna be a cool new activity. And when they said an activity like we've never seen before, my first thoughts were that it was literally an activity like something like a raid, a dungeon. Because remember when dungeons were new? Maybe even Gambit. I thought it was gonna be like some type of new game mode or something. Come to find out, this is literally the Nether mixed with the freaking what's it called, the Pale Heart public event. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. This is literally a mix of two activities that we've already seen before. So that is blatant lie number 2.
Fuck this shit! Fuck this!
And they're doing all this when the community sentiment is like lower than ever before. Player counts are lower than ever before. Like this game just it never climbs upwards. Since Lightfall they just messed up already. Like there's no coming back from Lightfall. And now with this, like this is probably even worse. Like there's no coming back from this. Like this activity, I'm not even enjoying it. I'm literally playing it for you guys, for the background. You guys probably don't even enjoy it, but I need some gameplay background. I'm not playing freaking Caldera again. But one of the funniest things that has come out of this, like this is not really a funny situation. Like we are paying money for this kind of stuff. Well, this update is kind of free, but you guys know what I'm talking about. We pay money to play this game. Like Bungie is acting as if they are an indie developer. You guys have to remember, they got paid by Sony. I think it was 3.6 billion. Either way, it doesn't even matter. Like as soon as I say something more than 100 million, bro, this game should already have a certain type of quality. Destiny is known for recycling content, and this is no better. Okay, we're back in the plague lands from Destiny 1, and it's even and it's worse. Like they brought it back not with a cool twist, no, with a desaturation filter on the freaking plague lands. Like I remember the plague lands had some lava bits somewhere. I don't know specifically where, but in Destiny 2 there's no lava bits. There's no Siva. First of all, it just straight up looks way worse than the Destiny 1 version, which is you know, too bad. But seriously, we are paying money for these expansions, and it feels like Bungie is literally just a freaking indie developer, even though they are a AAA, bro. And I don't think you guys understand how big Destiny is. Like all memes aside, like all the hate aside, Destiny 2 is a very big game in terms of numbers. I think this is like at the very least top 5 or top 3 like live service games. To put it into perspective, other studios come to Bungie for help about live service stuff, okay? Bungie is kind of the example when it comes to live service games. But this, bro, the content we're getting, except for the major DLCs, except for the major DLCs, the content we're getting is literally just doo-doo garbage. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but it just feels so like they got all of these resources, all of these developers. Well, they fired most of the developers, but all of the resources that Destiny 2 or that the Bungie team has, and it just doesn't feel like a AAA game. It doesn't feel like a big game studio, even though they literally are. And one funny thing is that they are now hiring QA testers, which I don't know, for some reason that just sounds funny, because remember the raid? I think the raid was kind of not really bugged, but they had like the bosses. Okay, the bosses had way too much health, and I don't know how that got to QA testing, because the day one raid was very hard, and not in terms of actual raid difficulty. It was very hard because it was a damage check and you had to switch loadouts to actually damage the bosses. But even funnier than that, okay, was the DMG tweet, which for some reason is now kind of like getting attention again. Bro, looking back at it, that was so funny. Like, it's such a goofy statement, but I don't know, it's just so funny for some reason. We need to build momentum. Let's freaking do this thing. Like, it's genuinely mind-blowing and funny how these developers think. I've always wondered this, okay, do developers even play their own games? And in some games that is very true, developers definitely do play. Okay, I just got shot. Developers do play their own game, but in terms of Bungie, do you see, bro? I want to ask every single developer at Bungie. Are they or were they enjoying for the past 2 months playing Caldera and K1 Logistics over and over and over again? Like, that is just my question. Because you guys have to remember, the game was in that state for 2 months. We were doing the same exact mission for 2 months. Was there anybody at Bungie in those 2 months? And you know, actually even longer, because they have been developing this game, okay? They've been developing this Portal stuff way before the past 2 months, right? Were any of them enjoying the gameplay routine? Because if the answer is yes, I don't believe it. Like, I genuinely don't believe it at all. And you know, there's a bunch of content that, you know, technically we can play it. For example, one of my favorite dungeons is Warlord's Rune. I can definitely still play it if I can find it. Let me. Oh, okay, I'm having trouble finding it. Give me 1 second, guys. Here it is, Warlord's Rune. I definitely can play it, but first of all, when it comes to leveling, this is not. Okay, it just drops to level 200 light level loot, which is not enough. And the loot it drops, for example, Indebted Kindness, one of the best weapons that this game has seen, because it's just a cool weapon, you guys know. But whenever that weapon drops for me, guess what? I cannot enhance it. First of all, which is already diabolical, but second of all, it's not tiered at all. It's not a tiered weapon, so I don't get the damage bonus, which is going to be changed to like 5%, I guess. But for me right now, there is no reason to play the dungeon, because I already have the exotic, for example, right? And if you go have a look at Pinnacle Ops, it is here. This is the final encounter, so the final boss only. And there is, look at this. There is a modifier where you can get the older loot, but it is going to be lacking seasonal power and gear tiers, unfortunately. So they know that we want this. I think they said that this is a very hard change for them, which guess why? The engine, okay? Because this engine is duct taped together. But yeah, basically they do want to add this, but it's gonna take a very long time, in their own words. Which is just unfortunate, man, really. And back in the day, before I made my own videos, I used to watch other YouTubers, and they said all of these things. Like, it almost feels like Bungie wants to keep their own players away from the game, which in my mind, it sounds so stupid. Like, when I'm watching these videos, like, it sounds so stupid. But now me really playing the game, making content on this stuff, it genuinely, like, bro, it feels it's such an insane feeling. It literally feels like they actually don't want us to play the game, because they're actively saying one thing and then they're doing the exact opposite. They're hyping one thing up, for example, Reclaim. They're hyping up the armor sets, and they do the exact opposite a couple months later. I don't think you guys understand how deeply hurt I was about this Reclaim activity. I was so excited about this, because I think like a month or a month and a half before the actual Reclaim activity dropped, they of course did TWIDs, you know, and they were talking about the Reclaim activity. They were talking about how new this thing is. I was so hyped. Then it dropped. I was playing through it, and I was kind of like, oh, okay. I was giving it time, okay? You can watch my video. Like, you can literally see my first impressions on the actual update. In real time, you see me getting pretty much disgusted by this freaking... Bro, it was such a curveball, because why were they hyping this up? Like, it's not rocket science, Bungie. In your own words, this is an activity we've never seen before. Then you proceed to drop an activity that we've not only seen before, we have seen 2 of these activities merge into one before. How is this pot? Bro, It literally hurt me. And then with the armor sets, hey, a new cool armor set is coming to the Iron Banner. A couple months later, you reprise a armor set from, let me count, 7 years ago. And not only that, the armor set that you planned to release is now inside of the Eververse store. It's just straight up lying. And I don't know why they do this. Like, is it just like separate teams not communicating with each other, or is it like them just straight up not caring? Because, bro, I have not even spoken about Marathon. Like, keep that in mind. And it feels so wrong that I don't, like, after a major update, I played it day one. Like, you can watch my video, you can literally watch my video. I played it day one. I did the intro mission, then I did the reclaim mission. I did one, then I went in for my second one, and I couldn't finish it because I was just so bored and just hurt, bro. I'm gonna say this again, they hyped it up so much that I really thought it was gonna be like a revolutionary new activity, but it just, it was two activities mixed into one. Either way, I'm done. I'm done with this video. I want to thank all of you for watching. Like, I really love all of you guys, man. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. You can't even hear what I'm saying right now, but it doesn't really matter. Please, please, please watch my other videos because I want to be a diversity gamer, please. Okay. And now that I say that out loud, it's really my job to get you guys to watch. But if you guys are interested in different games, I play different games. Okay. Don't subscribe just for Destiny, please. So thank you very much for watching, man. Have a nice day. Bye.